So you're either going to go cut some reeds, which is exactly what I think you're going to do down by the river here, or you're going to go murder someone. Again, I'm largely okay either way. If Ostriv wants to take a dark turn, I'm happy to go along for that ride. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with some more Ostriv, and we've got some houses to build around here. Our settlers are getting very fussy about living in tents, and I'm not wholly surprised by that. It's a terrible way to live. We've got a couple of houses built, and people have moved in. We've got a couple earmarked over here. So there's one going under construction over there, and there's another blueprint over here for another village house. So we kind of just need to throw this into high gear and get these people some houses around here. And can I just say how enchanted I am by the bench? People are really into the bench. It's the one decorative I've thrown up so far, and it's just going over really well. The settlers are really happy about just hanging out on the bench outside this person's house. It's great. House number 3 is coming along nicely. The foundation's up, the flooring is coming in, they're working on the second floor. What I need to figure out is how we make nails. Because nails are a finite resource right now. We've got the forestry up, which is doing fine. In fact, they've got a ton of logs ready to go here. Can we employ any more people here? No, we're still waiting to hire on that. That's fine. So forestry's going well. We'll get some wood, we'll get some planks, we'll get some firewood. But nails right now are a finite resource that I don't know how to make. So let me do a little investigation on that. Well, I see smithy here, and that makes nails, horseshoes and metal tools, but mostly nails. That's what I'm interested in right now. But what raw materials are we making that out of? Because forestry makes sense. We go chop down trees, and then we make wood out of it. That's kind of how forestry works. But the smithy, what are we getting those raw materials from? Where are we getting the metal from is what I'd like to know. I don't immediately see something that generates that. Like clay pit makes clay, forestry we go cut down trees, slaughterhouse we kill animals. I get all that. I don't know. I'm not seeing a thing here that says we go and get, metal out of the ground. I see stone mining camp. That's great. We can get stone. Don't see where we're getting metal. It's not charcoal, is it? It can't possibly be charcoal. That being said out loud, the charcoal pile costs me nothing. It costs me nothing at all to put this up, much like the hay dryer. No resources to do that, so I'm going to put it up anyway and see if it makes any sort of difference at all. I don't know what we generate about this. Sorry, dude, this is going to live outside your house because I like my freeform town. And they are almost done with house number 3, so they'll start working on house number 4. Let's get another house queued up for them. God help them that they have nothing to do. Let's keep them busy here. This one, I think, can snap right to this, and much like my other one, I think you're going to have a slightly bigger yard than your neighbor. There you go. You guys can fight over that in time. Oh, you got some nice bushes in your yard. Those look very nice. I like you. I'm sorry about the charcoal pile living outside your door, but it had to go somewhere. Well, I'm not sure what is so exciting about charcoal, but the entire town has decided to gather firewood and throw it in this thing and make charcoal, apparently. That or they're going to burn somebody. I'm not sure which, and I'm totally okay either way. It does look like they're building a pyre to possibly permanently punish a member of the community. Okay, I'm going to go over here now and hope that's not how that ends. Well, they've done whatever it is they planned to do with the charcoal pit over here. So they've built up a little pyre, and now it's smoking. I assume they're making charcoal. That's kind of the whole point of this exercise. Again, I don't know what that means. I don't know what we're going to do with charcoal over time. House number 4 is getting under construction here. Foundation is in, and some guys are coming over to probably start on the flooring and whatnot. I guess I should just keep earmarking out houses. Because, well, we're not stopping until all of these people have houses. That's our little sub-quest. We've got to get everybody in a house before winter comes, or they'll go away. They'll just leave. Which I'm basically fine with. Well, if I am going to go with my idea of putting some kind of main street here, so houses on one side, houses on the other, and then the center can be sort of like a market square or a town square kind of thing, let's start some houses going on the other side here. So you can spin all the way around because I love 360-degree building rotation. It's my favorite. Plunk yourself down. Actually, how far can you get into the forest? That far. Okay, go there. Yeah, they finished off house number 4, and from what I can tell, decorations cost me nothing at all, so therefore there's going to be a bunch of them. Let's have some trees between... Oh, we actually have to plant the tree. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, I see what you're doing there, Ostriv. Let's plant some trees between these neighbors. So a couple of birch trees, maybe an ash tree for good measure, and how about some of those bushes? Yeah, let's get some bushes going on in here. Well, I see charcoal is coming into the lime kiln. Not that we have one, but it would theoretically come into the lime kiln. Lime kiln? That's tricky to say. To make quicklime. I don't immediately know what we need that for yet. I mean, I know what you need that for in the real world, but it doesn't... I don't know how are we making nails? This is my thing. How are we making nails? So I've had to think about the nails we've got left, and I think it should be a food thing. I could do the fishing dock. That would be, food. That would be really good. Or a farm. I could possibly do both. I should theoretically have enough nails left over for that. But then I've got to think about things like, am I going to get a pop-up when we're finished with the houses that I need to build the town hall? The real town hall, not the town hall that's currently a tent. I'm going to put up a fishing dock and hope for the best. This is my plan here. I'm putting up a fishing dock. We're going to kind of hope for the best here. Uneven terrain. Don't worry about it. I'll make something happen around here. Okay, bad news on the fishing dock front. We can't actually get it on this side of the river. It'll work fine over here. No problem with it over here, but we can't get it over here. Do I have... Wow. Okay, I could maybe put it all the way over there, but that's just a little silly. That doesn't make any sense. They'd have to walk for days to go fishing. All right, back to plan A of the farm then, which makes me now think, well, what do you mean uneven terrain? How even do you need this to be? You need it over here. Okay, that's a little fussy. I may have picked my starting location worse than I thought. Oh, I can get it in here. Yeah, okay, the farm could theoretically live right here. I should have looked more a little bit at the terrain and the hills. I didn't realize even terrain was going to be the big problem here. You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. If I blow nails, I blow nails. There we go. You've got a farm now, eventually. But keep working on the houses first, please. Speaking of houses, it looks like they're almost done with that next one. So let's queue up another one over here. You're not going to let me put that in where the tents are, though, are you? Yeah, place is occupied. You're not 100% wrong about that. I guess I can tuck you right about there, and as these tents disappear, which they do when people move into their houses after they get all their stuff in their house, then we can figure something else out. Maybe I'll put some more houses along here. And I do want to make sure you're doing the house before the farm. Can I drag and drop you? Yes, I can. So I can prioritize you doing the houses first. Good. Okay, bit of a hitch on the housing front now. We're out of thatch. Slow it down. Can I make thatch? I mean, I know there's a thatchery. I get that. It's an awesome name for something because it so perfectly describes exactly what it is. It's a thatchery, which is great. Oh, yeah, you're the dry reeds. Right. I should get a haydryer? Well, the haydryer costs me nothing, so I may as well get it. That feels like that should live over by the farm. I'm not sure why. I just feel that's where it should live. So go ahead and get that done, please. And then the thatchery, what do I do with that information? Is that going to gather reeds from over here? I really, really hope it is. I also now have to think about storage. Okay, put up... This is all going to heck. This is where it's all going to start collapsing here, because I've obviously done things in the horribly wrong order here. But you can have a thatchery right there. And let's queue that up to the beginning. Get going on that first, please, guys, because I need to see what happens when you're done with it. Okay, thatchery done. Now I assume, yes, we need to employ people here. So let's get a couple of folks in there. Oh, this one can employ women. Oh, this is a little more egalitarian than the forestry service was. Fair enough, good. Can I employ more? Apparently I can. I don't know if I need that many people, but they're there. Now, what exactly are you going to do? Are you one of my employees, Natalia? Yeah, I believe, yeah, you are. Okay, so what's your move here? What are you going to do? Well, whatever you're doing, you went into the thatchery and got a sickle, which is awesome. So you're either going to go cut some reeds, which is exactly what I think you're going to do down by the river here, or you're going to go murder someone. Again, I'm largely okay either way. If Ostriv wants to take a dark turn, I'm happy to go along for that ride. But yeah, you guys are going down to the river, and you're going to cut some reeds, of which we have plenty, because we're right on the river. There's tons of reeds around here. Although, much like the trees, I assume those are a finite resource that we're going to have to conquer later. But, yep, the team is off to work. So we will be able to get some thatch in at a minimal cost, and you guys can get going on that. Excellent. All right, well, that's one crisis temporarily averted. And the team at the thatchery are already done. They've picked up some reeds, they've brought them back, they've put them in the yard here, and apparently this is thatch now, because my little "you don't have any thatch" has gone away. These guys are hauling it off in a cart, the team working really, really quickly on the thatch issue. Well done, folks at the thatchery, you're due for a promotion. So now the housing boom can continue. You guys are just hanging out doing nothing. That's not okay. And boy, the bench is popular. People just love that bench. So for those of you who have been screaming in the comments section in this entire video about the nail issue, Dave just figured it out. Yes, if we go to economy, Dave just realized we walked in the door with 1,000 pieces of iron. That's where I'm going to get my nails from. That's where the extra nails are going to come in. I still don't know how we produce iron in the future, because that's 1,000, that's a finite number. I'm going to guess we may start trading for it later, because I don't see anything in the menus that says iron mining pit of any kind. So I don't know if we can actually get iron. Maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe something will open up. But yes, you can stop typing now. Dave figured out how we're getting nails in the at least reasonably near future. Well, they're getting the roof on house number 6, so they'll move on to house number 7. Let's queue up house number 8, because these guys have really got to get a move on here. It is halfway through July. Winter is going to be here momentarily, especially if you live in New England. But winter is going to be here really, really soon. So let's get a wriggle on with the whole building the houses thing. House number 8 can live here. And you know what? While I'm here, house number 9 can live over here. There we go. I was gonna do a main street, but now I think it's gonna kind of branch off in this direction. I don't know. I'll see how I feel when they're done with all of those houses. And this is probably a terrible idea, but I'm going to leave the farm in the queue where it is. So when they're done with this next house, they'll start working on the farm. I know we need to get the houses up before winter comes in, but I feel we should have some sort of food production. I don't think that's an outrageous request for people. For instance, you guys, I know you have a fair bit of food left. You came in with a bunch of food, and you've got a bunch of it left over. I have no idea how long 236 potatoes will last, gentlemen. I mean, I can take a reasonable guess based on my own potato consumption. 236 potatoes would last me a reasonable amount of time, but it's not going to last me all winter, I don't think. So I just want to have the farm up so we're doing something. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. Well, it looks like they're coming up to the tail end of building the farm here. Yeah, they are almost done with that. That's going up in seconds. And they've got 2 more houses queued, which will accommodate the 2 families still living in tents that don't have houses. All right, this is done. What happens with this? No fields assigned. All right, well, let's assign one. What do I need? Oxen. Oh, right. That's a problem. What if I put a worker here? What happens? Can I make that? I need oxen. And I need a manager. I need all sorts of stuff. Can you not work there, actually? Can I fire you? Sorry, I didn't I think the farm thing is not going to go well. You're fired. Thank you. I need you to do other things. All right, I got to do a little bit of homework on farms. I'm going to have a little think about that and figure out how they work. I may have jumped the gun on that if we need oxen and whatnot. I'll figure that out in a bit, but the 2 houses are going to go up, and what I should get going while I do a little homework on farms is the smithy. If we've got the iron, let's be making the nails. Let's start to build some idea of a town square here. The smithy can live right there. I should also think about storage, both for food and non-food. Okay, back to the idea of farming. This is way more complicated than I thought it should be. If I prioritize gathering, what does that mean exactly? If I add a field, can I do that? Can I just sort of say, all right, I don't know, this area back here is a field now. I'm just kind of messing with this. That's too short. Okay, that's not too short. And that's not too short. Field not activated. Okay. Great. Right, a thing. Wheat. Yes, I want to activate that. Oh, do I need a worker? Do I need a worker to do that? Probably. Oh, okay, here it is. If I actually click on the field, activate that. Now what? Sowing season is over. Yeah, it's August. This is way too late to be growing things. Where's my worker? Where's Paraska? What are you planning on doing when you get here? I'm going to kind of keep an eye on you like I did with the thatchery. I need to know what you people are doing at all times. So what I'm going to read into all of this is we've kind of missed our shot on this. Because sowing season is over, they're not going to start growing anything because it's way too late in the season. And indeed it is. It's September. It's way too late to be growing anything. I suppose there's no real reason to keep any workers employed there, I guess, but, they don't have anything else to be doing at the moment. I put another worker in there just for argument's sake, just to see what would happen, and nothing happens because it's way too late in the season to be growing anything at all. So, bit of a miss on the farm there. The 9th house is going up and is proceeding along nicely. Is there anything else I can do with food production, knowing that we've got thatch under control, we've got wood under control, and we've got nails under control, and we've got clay under control. Those are the foundations of what I need to build virtually anything. Just for argument's sake, if I were to build a bridge, because I desperately want to build a bridge, over the river, I could then put in a fishing dock. I have to think about that. So mostly I want to do this A because I want a bridge, and B, I just want to see what happens. So, alright, if I plunk one side of it down here, and then, okay, oh boy, that looks good. That looks really, really good. Uneven terrain, there we go. I can get a bridge to go right there for a whole bunch of nails. Oh, wow, that's like the most nails ever in the history of nails. It's not. It's only 570. I can theoretically get those nails going once we get the smithy going, but that bridge ain't happening right now. Okay, get out of all of that. We're just gonna go back to basics here. Okay, the last house is complete. That should satisfy all of our housing requirements. They just gotta move their stuff over here. So we're still left with a bunch of things in the center of town. We've got the parking for the cart. We've got the camp storage, which that's where all our iron is and what few nails we have left. And the camp center, which is what will be our town hall when we upgrade that. And the well. Can I move this? Hiring and demolish. I don't really want to demolish it because that's where the carts live. I would love to just move it. It's just a few pieces of fence. I feel we could handle that. I also feel people need more benches around here because they're just really into them. Wait, that's an arch. I don't want that. Hey, you guys can have another bench right there. There we go. We're running out of nails. Need to build the smithy. Good news on that game. That's exactly what we're building right now. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion that when we got to the end of housing, we'd have very few nails left. Although I did get some other things up and running. I should, I'm going to fire the workers in the farm because there's no point. I'm sure they can find something else to do around here besides just hanging out in an empty building with no fields because it's way too late in the growing season. And if I can't move these things, then I'm going to start putting them other places, basically. So carts, that's in trade, right? Is that it? Cart parking. There we go. That's the thing that I want. And this actually holds more carts than that little fence thing. So this is a better idea anyway. Let's put that right in front of this guy's house because it's very, very centrally located. In fact, I'm going to spin it this way and get it as far to here as I can. Boom. Get that done when you get a chance, please. And then I'll start demoing some of these other things. I might even move the well, although it is extremely centrally located at this point. It's probably as good a spot as any. And they've got the smithy done. So now we can get some workers in here to get some nails going on. There's no one to work there? Oh, there we go. All right. He was just... He was late applicant there, but Alexa, anyway, guy with the hat and the beard. And by hat and beard, I actually mean hat and mustache. Sorry, I was so excited that you were coming to make nails, I mistook your facial hair for different facial hair. And anyone else? Actually, we might be running a little thin on workers. We need some migrants. We need people to start moving in, because this guy right here, Mr. Hat and Mustache... You're the only guy making nails right now. And that is probably an excellent place to call it on Ostriv for today. Do please keep the comments coming. Keep the ideas coming. Keep the tips coming. And do keep letting me know what you think about Ostriv. I feel we got a lot done today. A lot of progress has been made. We've got housing for everyone. We've got a thatchery. We've got a smithy. We have a useless farm that grows nothing at all because it's far too late in the growing season. I feel we got quite a bit done today. I'm quite pleased with the progress. And we have another bench that people can sit on because they're really excited about that. My carts are wearing out. Now we got to build a carpentry to repair them. Well, good news. We'll have plenty of nails to do that. And we'll pick up that in the next part of Ostriv. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Robot, how do we rescue you? I don't know how to rescue you. I'm also not sure I ever knew you were a woman. Bugs are inherently stupid, and they get in places and they can't get out. You know what places they get in? Things that are wide open that don't have screens over them. It's a piece of mesh. We figured this out like 100 years ago. What is wrong with the British, the Irish? Is it just a show about foxes all the time? If so, is that some sort of subtle esoteric thing about being a weapons manufacturer, or is it just stuck on the Nature Channel?